Okay, wow, 2 people already? That's crazy. Okay, everyone, it's me! I know it's been a while. Shaved, I have a job and everything. Game of Thrones. Let's, talk about them. You know. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've been on this channel, hasn't it? So, yeah. So this is going to be what's going to happen. Every Sunday, I'm going to do a, basically Game of Thrones Afterthoughts on the Season 7. With my phone or tablet or whatever I have on hand. I'm working now, so I have money, so, you know, it's going to be Sundays and then maybe Fridays. I haven't really decided what else is going to happen with that. So, you know. But let's get into it. Season 7, Episode 1 of Game of Thrones, Dragonstone. Okay, so, right off the bat, this episode was... It's kind of weird. I mean... Brez Boy. Oh, that's a Brez Boy. I will say one thing, Brez Boy. You know what was disappointing for me? Sansa. I wasn't liking Sansa this episode. But, you know, Brez, I understand. I understand your gripes. I understand. For this episode, the high points I found was a few. There weren't a lot. You know, like there wasn't too many, rehabilitation. Hey, that's true. No, Brez, you got to point that. She does need some fucking rehabilitation. Because she's been dating rapers and kings who are pieces of shit, and it just there's one thing about this episode that I actually did enjoy. We had to see the Hound in this episode. I thought that was interesting to see. And with the Brotherhood, I thought that was like an interesting kind of aspect of the episode. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my favorite part too. Hound was definitely my favorite part. One of my favorite parts in this episode. It started off with Arya and God damn it. Like, really? That's what we're doing? Alright, we're doing this. Well, yeah, pretty much what happens is Arya dresses up as Frey. She's got the mask and everything like from last season when she killed Frey. And she basically massacres the entire Frey family, I guess, by having them drink poison. I was like, oh my god, we're doing this? Jesus. Really? Yeah, Brez. I was like, what? Really? Like that? The Arya stuff, and here's the thing about the Arya stuff. I am not, no! I'm not digging it to an extent. I really am not. And the thing is that I understand what she's trying to do. I understand it. But logistically, you really shouldn't be doing this. Like, you really should be considering getting your shit back to Winterfell for Arya. I really think so. I don't think her going all the way to where she's going to is a good idea. Like, the two things in this episode that made me go like, I don't know, was Arya and Sansa. Those two were like, I mean, Arya, it was fun to see her do that shit. I was just like, yo, you know? That was just like, yo, it was crazy. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I mean, come on. That's like, I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. But well, Brez, I really don't know. That is a very good question. Well, he left it, and I guess, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. That was completely abandoned, Dragonstone. It was completely abandoned because he left to go fight Ramsay and to take back the North because he wanted to, you know. Yeah, I agree, Brez boy. He should have done that. He really should have. He took all his eggs, put them in one basket, and said, "Let's go." That's basically what he did, and it was really not smart. But I'll get back to that later. But Arya wasn't feeling Arya. I wasn't feeling Sansa in this episode. Like, really? Really? You're gonna do this now, Sansa? Super important castle completely abandoned is further character assassination. Let this. Oh. Well, Brez, I know Steve. I was just like, damn, just like the final stake right into Stannis' character. But I wasn't feeling. Sansa was like. I'm like, really? She was going up in Jon's face about, and let's get into Jon and Sansa and all that stuff. I already talked about Arya. Her story was, Arya really didn't do much in this episode aside from the beginning. And then she goes on to see, these men who are like eating rabbits, who I think are going to King's Landing. I don't really know who they were. There was no emphasis on who they were. They really looked like Lannisters. That's what they really looked like. But yeah, that was very peculiar. That scene with Arya. She said, "I'm gonna kill the queen," and they laughed at her like. Eh. But moving on to Sansa, and to a lesser extent, Jon. Jon's stance on what he wanted to do in this episode, I thought was very good. Oh, okay. Okay. I see you, Brez. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Okay, I know you're talking about Brez. Okay. Right. Now I know. Thanks, man. Thanks, Brez. Brez boy. He knows it all. Knows it all. So, Jon... Sansa was... Sansa kind of being a bitch in this episode. Like, she's like undermining him, saying, oh, you know, you should take away the houses of the people who betrayed us and went with Ramsay. And I'm like, what? Because, like, that whole thing with Sansa, I'm like, the way she's acting in this episode, I don't know. I don't know what her problem was. I just wasn't feeling her in this episode. But Jon, mostly what happened there was he's trying to get his forces together. We had an interaction with Ginger... Yo, Brienne and Gingerbeard again.